Welcome back to the Crypto Channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is continuing the rejection from this exact area of resistance in the immediate short term, as the US stock market has also just experienced a further rejection and pullback in the short term, which is not good news for Bitcoin and crypto, as we now have new price targets being revealed in the Bitcoin liquidation heat map that we need to pay attention to. So I'll be talking about that in just a moment, alongside Ethereum, which is now retesting this crucial area on the price chart, currently acting as support, alongside XRP, also now perfectly retesting this exact level on the price chart. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just before taking a look at the Bitcoin and crypto charts today, taking a quick look at the US stock market today. This is the S&P 500 index on the 4-hour time frame, and as of recording this video, the stock market is currently closed for the day. But what we saw over the last one day is, of course, a further pullback, a further rejection from this area on the price chart, which was previous support over the last multiple months and is now acting as resistance, which is obviously not good news, at least in the short term, for the US stock market, and therefore for the crypto market. Because as I always say, the crypto market and the stock market are highly correlated. It's not a perfect one-to-one correlation, but usually if we see a continued dump like this in the stock market, of course, we're likely going to see something similar to this, some sort of pullback in Bitcoin and the crypto market as a very likely scenario. So keep that in mind throughout the video. Stock market still looking quite weak, at least in the shorter term here. And if we're taking a look at the weekly Bitcoin price chart, right now the super trend indicator is still sitting in the red, and of course we still have a massive bearish divergence technically still playing out on the weekly time frame, not yet being officially invalidated. But of course we're also now playing out this oversold signal in the weekly Bitcoin RSI, as I've been talking about over the last multiple weeks now. And the last time we saw this signal confirm and start to play out was around mid 2022, and what came next was a decent bullish relief over the next multiple weeks for roughly a month or so, playing out the oversold signal. But keep in mind, that was not necessarily a bottom signal. Ultimately, we did go lower later on in that larger bearish trend or bear market. So that is still the situation on the weekly time frame. And if we're taking a look at the 3-day Bitcoin price chart, obviously right now the price of Bitcoin is continuing to struggle in this exact area of resistance that I've been warning about over and over again for over a month now, pretty much every day for over a month, talking about this strong area of resistance in between 72,000 to 76,000. And with the latest bullish move, we got as high as pretty much exactly 76,000 before we started to reject and turn around at that higher end of this area of resistance. And so at least for now, that is the current situation. Of course, we're still trying to play out the bullish relief, trying to play out this oversold signal, not just on the 3-day time frame, but also once again playing out an oversold signal on the weekly time frame, which means yes, we'll likely continue either more of a sideways consolidation or a bit more of a bullish relief, which suggests another retest of this resistance within the next couple of weeks, not necessarily right this instant, but overall, once again, looking at the somewhat midterm here, if you want to call it that, not necessarily the immediate short term or the longer term, talking about a period of weeks, we're still currently playing out a bit of a relief, a break from the larger bearish trend, kind of like what we saw just here, for example, but not necessarily fully confirming the complete end or the reversal out of the trend. So that is still the situation on the 3-day time frame. And if we're taking a look at the 4-hour Bitcoin price chart, looking at the very short term moves that flip between bullish and bearish very often, obviously, as I already warned about over the last 2 days now, right around here, I said it's extremely likely from that point onwards, we're going to see some sort of pullback in the short term, because we hit overbought here in the 4-hour Bitcoin RSI, which is a strong signal telling us that yes, we've gone too far to the upside too quickly, and we now need some time to cool off, which means either some sideways price action or most likely a bit of a pullback is a very likely scenario, is exactly what I said 2 days ago right here. And obviously, since I said that, we've seen exactly that play out. But the good news is obviously we've now well and truly reset the RSI out of overbought territories to the point where we are now closer to oversold than we are to overbought. But keep in mind, we're not yet in oversold, which means it is possible we could continue this pullback a little lower, especially if we break below this level right here at around 71,000 in the short term. 71k could act as a bit of support here, but if we break below 71,000, we could also find a small amount of support at 70.5k, but below that level level would likely see a move down towards 69,000 to 69.5k as the next very important area in the short term, acting as strong support as we've seen previously. If we see a break below around 70.5k to 71k, which is the immediate support we're running into right now. And remember, Bitcoin will likely follow somewhat similar price action to what the US stock market is doing. So once again, with the stock market currently dumping and looking relatively weak, at least in the short term, don't expect a huge amount of strength or bullish momentum for Bitcoin and crypto while the stock market is looking like this. So keep that in mind. And if we're taking a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, looking at the last 1 week worth of price action, obviously, as I talked about around 3 to 4 days ago, we had that upside liquidity, which has already now been wiped out with that previous bullish move up towards around 76,000, give or take. And now we have new liquidity building in the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. This time around, it is below the price of Bitcoin, which does suggest potentially a little more of a pullback still to come here as a likely scenario. As always, no such thing as a 100% guarantee, but the next major point of liquidity is sitting at around 70.2k, and below that we have more liquidity at around 69,000. So around 69 to 70,000 is a likely price target in the coming hours or days. Most likely within the next 1 to 2 days, we'll soon likely move towards that liquidity to try to take out that liquidity within the next couple of days. And so based on all of this current information that we're seeing right now, the lack in bullish momentum, the further pullback in the stock market, the liquidity building below the price of Bitcoin, all of this is pointing towards a little more of a cool off continuing in the price of Bitcoin. So continue to expect weakness, most likely a little further of a pullback here, not necessarily a huge crash, but basically weakness, lacking bullish momentum, very likely over the next couple of days, just talking about the very short term moves. But remember, if we're talking about the 3-day time frame, talking about the next multiple weeks, technically we can still remain in this relief right here. Remember, it's not a straight line. We're seeing a shorter term pullback, a short term cool off during the larger relief that is playing out that will likely continue over the next multiple weeks. So once again, understand the difference between the different timeframes. The short-term moves, the mid-term, and the super long-term is technically still bearish. We've not yet fully confirmed the end of that larger multi-month bearish trend. And so those are my exact predictions across the multiple different timeframes here: short-term, mid-term, long-term, the key price targets and levels and signals to watch out for moving forward for the price of Bitcoin. And obviously, if you want to trade any of these moves in Bitcoin or any crypto, you need to be set up ready to go on a crypto exchange. And if you use the first link below the video in the description and in the pinned comment, that first link below the video will take you to this page right here over on the 2bit crypto exchange, which by the way is a no KYC exchange and is an exchange that I personally use myself from time to time. And simply just by using that first link below the video to 2bit, once again, you can see on this page right here, they're currently celebrating their 3rd birthday event, which means there's a 3.5 million USDT prize pool up for grabs simply just by trading crypto using that first link below the video. And on top of that, if you use the first link below the video to actually make your 2bit account, but only if you use that link, there's also exclusive bonuses where you can get up to an extra 200 USDT in actual withdrawable stablecoins just by simply trading crypto using that link. And so obviously, if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check this out. Take advantage of this. Once again, first link below the video. And remember, 2bit is also a no KYC exchange. But with that being said, taking a quick look at the Bitcoin dominance chart on the daily time frame, and right now, despite seeing short-term bullish moves and short-term bearish moves, the Bitcoin dominance is still basically just bouncing around relatively sideways in a bit of a range at the moment, as we've seen over the last multiple months. In fact, for almost half a year, since around November last year, in fact, even since around October last year, we've basically just been bouncing around relatively sideways in the Bitcoin dominance, which means a lot of the major altcoins out there on average will still likely be performing very similar to whatever Bitcoin does in the short term. And if we're taking a look at Ethereum on the 3-day time frame, obviously right now the 3-day Ethereum price chart looks almost identical to the 3-day Bitcoin price chart. Once again, altcoins following very similar price action to Bitcoin, which means Ethereum will likely continue to struggle around this significant resistance here, exactly as we've already started to do. Obviously, we have major resistance in between 2.2k to 2.4k. And And so right now, obviously, continue to expect a lot of struggle and likely rejections from around that area on the price chart. But if the price can eventually, after we first play out a little more of a cool off here, if we can eventually confirm a breakout above 2.4K and actually hold above this area, in that situation, of course, that would be an extremely bullish signal. And the next major target that I'll be watching would be sitting at around 2.8K. But remember, we're still running into this resistance, still struggling at this resistance at around 2.2K to 2.4K. And if we're taking a look at the daily Ethereum price chart, right now, as of recording this video, the price of ETH is now retesting this previous golden pocket area right here, which was previously acting as resistance and could now act as a bit of support. And that's sitting in between 2150 to 2250. So especially around 2150 to 2.2K, expect some support around there in the short term. But if we're zooming further into the short term, taking a look at the 4-hour Ethereum price chart, once again, we can see more clearly this previous area of resistance here where we've seen many rejections from over the last multiple weeks and over the last 1 month or so. And then of course, over the last couple of days, we confirmed the breakout here and we've now perfectly retested this exact area of resistance, which is now at least currently acting as support. And once again, as I just said, this is sitting in between roughly 2150 to 2.2K. So expect support in this area, which so far we're perfectly currently bouncing and holding this exact area of support here. So right now, that is the immediate support. And once again, the next significant resistance is especially closer towards around 2.4K. So those are the key levels. And in terms of what is likely going to happen in the short term, expect similar price action for Ethereum as what I said for Bitcoin, which means if Bitcoin is continuing to struggle a little bit in the short term, expect something similar to that for Ethereum, a little more of a struggle here, lacking bullish momentum. But considering we're running into this support here at 2150 to 2.2K, it is likely that at least in the coming hours or over the next 1 day, we'll continue to hold this support, not necessarily forever, but just in the immediate short term, we'll likely hold this support, which suggests most likely some relatively neutral price action here, lacking bullish momentum, but still holding this area as support, at least for the next 1 day. And if we're taking a look at XRP on the weekly time frame, obviously right now the price of XRP is still within the much larger or longer term bearish trend, playing out the massive bearish divergence. So over the last 1 day, not much has changed in that regard. But if we're taking a look obviously at this significant area of support here, that is still sitting at around $1.30 to $1.40. So at least for now, the price of XRP is still holding that major area of support there. And if we're taking a look at the 4-hour XRP price chart, looking at the very short term moves, obviously just in the short term over the last couple of days, we've continued to play out the overbought signal exactly as predicted 2 days ago now, right around here. Obviously, I said it's extremely likely we're going to see some sort of pullback over the next couple of days. And once again, we've exactly seen that play out now. And we've now run into my exact level right here based on previous resistance, now acting as new support. And that's currently sitting at around $1.44. And so basically now expect support at $1.44, give or take. And as for resistance, we do have a bit of short-term resistance at roughly around $1.47 to $1.48 based on this previous resistance here, which the price has just broken back underneath. So once again, resistance at $1.47 to $1.48, support at around $1.44. Those are the immediate levels to watch out for. And if the price eventually breaks back below $1.44, in that situation, we could likely fall back down towards roughly $1.38, give or take, as the next important support. And remember, XRP will likely follow very similar price action to what Bitcoin does here in the short term, which means obviously, as I said earlier in the video for Bitcoin, if Bitcoin's likely going to play out a bit of weakness just over the next 1 or 2 days, expect a bit of weakness in the short term for XRP is a likely scenario here. And if we're taking a look at Solana on the 3-day time frame, of course, the much larger multi-month trend is technically still bearish, but the short to mid-term situation is that we're still playing out this oversold signal in the 3-day Solana RSI as predicted over a month ago. And we're now obviously perfectly struggling in this exact area of resistance, currently rejecting from this exact area of resistance in between $95 to $105. So continue to expect strong resistance in that area. And if the price actually continues a further pullback all the way back down here, I would also expect strong support in between $75 to $80 if the price gets back down there. I'm not saying the price will get there. I'm just saying that is a crucial area of support to watch out for. And looking at the short-term moves, obviously right now the price of Solana just in the short term here on the 4-hour time frame, obviously we're now testing this previous area of resistance in the short term, now acting as support, and that's sitting in between around $88.70 to $90.70 approximately. And so that is the immediate support to watch out for right now, which we are testing right now as I've recorded the video, especially that $88.70 level. That's pretty much exactly to the nearest cent where the price is currently bouncing from, at least as I've recorded in this video. But if we ultimately confirm a break below that level, in that situation, the next short-term support right here is sitting at roughly around $86.50 to $86.60. And below that, we also have more short-term support at around $84.50. And obviously over the last 2 days now, we've been perfectly playing out this overbought signal exactly as predicted in the form of a short-term pullback, resetting the RSI out of overbought. And we're now actually closer to oversold than we are to overbought, which means we've already seen a decent reset here. But because we're not yet in oversold, technically there is still a little more room towards the downside if we were to continue a little more of a pullback here, which obviously if Bitcoin is likely going to follow a bit more weakness in the short term, we'll likely see a bit of more weakness, a bit of potentially bearish price action, or at best some neutral price action for Solana just in the short term over the next 1 or 2 days here. And if we're taking a look at Chainlink on the 3-day time frame, it's a very similar situation here. Obviously the much larger trend is technically still bearish. Short to mid-term situation, we're still trying to play out this oversold signal very nicely here in the 3-day Chainlink RSI. But just over the last couple of days, obviously we've run into this exact area of resistance that I've been warning about for over a month now, sitting in between $9.50 to $10, especially that $10 level as a major psychological level, and also previous support flipping into new resistance at around $10. And as for support, we have significant support in this area if the pullback continues further, sitting in between around $7.90 to $8.50. But overall, not a lot has changed over the last 1 day for Chainlink in terms of the larger structure here, still in the relief during the much larger bearish trend. And in terms of the very short-term moves, basically just follow my Bitcoin and other altcoin analysis to figure out what is likely going to happen in the immediate short term for Chainlink, which suggests a bit of weakness, at least over the next 1 to 2 days here. And once again, if you want to trade any of these moves in the price of any crypto, check out the links below this video to those exchanges if you want to take advantage of massive bonuses that are only available using those links to certain exchanges like 2bit. And of course, if you want to actually know how you can trade these moves, no matter what direction the price goes, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen, because the video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.